I'm David Edwards. I'm a professor of conservation science at the University of Sheffield in the United Kingdom, and we focus our work on trying to understand biodiversity and the services that people get from the environment and how we can best protect the environment to deliver those. Why do I like to do this work in Colombia? I think Colombia is an amazing country. It's the most biodiverse, rich country in the world. That means you have more species of wildlife in Colombia than anywhere else on Earth. This amazing biodiversity, however, is quite threatened because of a lot of reasons, because of forest conversion to farmland, because of mining, because of climate change. And so all of these amazing biodiversity has made Colombia such an important place to try to focus my research. And I've been very lucky in working in Colombia with some wonderful Colombian scientists, and it's been a real pleasure and a privilege to have that opportunity. We are trying to answer in our research is how the change of habitat affects biodiversity and affects carbon stocks, which help slow climate change. And so we look at loss of natural habitats of the cloud forests and the paramos, and how that loss to agriculture affects biodiversity. And then at the opposite side, when people stop farming, how forests and paramos can recover their biodiversity and their habitats. We found three very important things. Firstly, that the loss of habitat is particularly harmful to biodiversity at some of the lower altitudes in those hyperdiverse cloud forests that you have in Colombia. We've also shown that forests in Colombia prevent or reduce the amount of landslide risk that you have, particularly to critical infrastructures like major roads and major pipelines. And so having forests can help to save them sometimes from damage. And then lastly, we've shown that where you protect habitat and allow secondary forests to recover on abandoned farmlands, that those forests will bring back amazing levels of wildlife and carbon stocks to really help in saving Colombia's biodiversity as we move into increasing climate change. Well, in terms of conservation, we've identified the real need to focus protection of these diverse forests in the kind of cloud forest belt and in the subtropical belt. These are areas where species are really impacted badly by habitat conversion. So that's an important area to invest conservation resources and efforts to make sure those areas are protected. And of course, our work on secondary forests underscores the importance of those to allow biodiversity to recover. For people, there are very important outcomes for this work in the sense that it will allow improved protection of the environment on which people rely. And in terms of our findings about landslides, of course, if we can reduce landslide risk, we can reduce the damages that are occurred, both financial, loss of transport options to cities, and of course, unfortunately, loss of life sometimes. If we can reduce landslides, we can hopefully really help Colombian economy and the local campesinos in avoiding the bad effects of landslides.